What's going on, guys? This is ColeTheMan, and this is NBA 2K TV.
Welcome to an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV.
We're tipping off this week with some 2K TV Interactive, so get ready to earn some VC.
All questions this week are presented by Coach. The NBA season opened up with some fast-paced action and some very high-scoring games. So, who scored the most points on opening night?
Was it Stephen Curry, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Kevin Durant, or Luka Doncic? If you answered Luka Doncic, enjoy that VC.
Which team does Luka play for again?
Next up, who was the last undefeated team in the NBA this season? This should be an easy one.
This is a good question. Was it the OKC Thunder, the Chicago Bulls, the San Antonio Spurs, or the Philadelphia 76ers?
If you answered the Thunder, you just earned some VC. The reigning champs have been on fire. And so are you if you got that last question correct. For more VC, who did the Thunder beat in that first game of the NBA season?
Did our cover athlete in the Thunder take down the Lakers, the Knicks, the Rockets, or the Heat?
If you answered the Rockets, rock it out of here with that VC.
That's a good one.
You will get open if you sit still. A lot of people don't know that. If you spot up, dribble into the paint, someone's going to pick up, you're going to have an open man. Spreading the floor is key, and not enough people do that.
One sec. Jaywalk. My life, my dime. What's that? Just fine.
Mom, I've tried everything.
Left foot, right foot, 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 left foot, right foot. In my face, they revert. Round table hoes, I just eat them for dessert. Eeny, meeny, many more, you could be first. Bye.
This is Scott Moak, PA announcer for the Sacramento Kings. And today in Top Plays, it's all about your generosity. That's right, it's time for your State Farm Top Assists. Into the proving grounds with Mystical. Picks up the inbound pass and wraps up a behind-the-back assist to go. Prompt, speedy, that's 5-star customer service. Be sure to leave a like at the end of the game, or better yet, on the voting screen. Staying in the building with Bruce True in a tie game. 3 crossover combo draws the whole team into the paint and brushes the ball out for the game-winning triple. Creative playmaking and a 7-assist performance, extending their win streak to 5. That's how you play point. Time to vote. Which pass was picture perfect to you? Next time, we'll be featuring your top plays of Season 2 with 100,000 VC up for the winner. You don't want to miss it. Neither do I. Better go. I've got to assist at the studio. We need a maximum volume check on each microphone. Better bring some honey and tea. Later, everybody.
Congratulations to NBA 2K's first back-to-back legend in franchise history, Cash Out. This player not only achieved the legend milestone in NBA 2K25, but in 2K26 too. His name will forever be etched in stone in the city. Are you next?
Let's go.
And here to talk random rec, welcome ColeTheMan.
Thanks for having me on, guys. First time ever on 2K TV. It's an honor. I appreciate you guys.
I love it. Now, you've been so involved with the community, whether it's making builds, creating content, but I have to tell you, It is very, very admirable of you to jump into Random Rec solo and try to teach the 2K community. So let's start here. What is it about Random Rec that you really enjoy playing?
I think it's a challenge itself. You know, a lot of people go into squatted rec or go into park with teams. So I think going into random rec and just learning how to have patience and communicate with teammates that you've never played with, I think that's just a challenge itself. And I think it creates, fun content to watch. So that's why I do it.
Okay, and tell us about some tips that you have for people going into random rec.
So I can really only speak on, people who play point guard mainly going into random rec. Now, when you go into random rec on a point guard build, the main thing that I would say is to be aggressive, but also in the first quarter, definitely be some like a playmaker or a pass first type of point guard, because you want to get your team involved immediately. When you're taking the ball up the court, have your icons pulled up at all times. If you have your icons pulled up while you're dribbling the ball up the court, you can hit your teammates quick. Sometimes they'll even cut back door, and since you have your icons pulled up, you can hit them for a quick little bucket. As a point guard, if you make a couple bad decisions, you're going to be iced out immediately. So be pass first, be unselfish, and that's the best way to do it as a point guard.
What kind of communication tips would you give to people who are jumping into random rec? Because sometimes you'll get teammates that maybe are not on mic, but a lot of people are. So when people get out there and you have to control the floor, try to communicate, what communication tips can you give?
So what I'll say is, the first thing when you get on the mic is to just be kind and be patient, okay? Because most people that hop in random rec, they're just an average player. They're not trying to be, they're not competitive. They're not comp. So hop on the mic, have a good time with them, and just communicate, and that's the main thing is just be kind, because if you're kind, they're going to listen to you, and that can get you a W.
Talking to different players when you're out there in random rec, I think it's a great place to kind of meet new 2K players. And I've actually talked to people who stay squatted up after the game and actually make friends and, squat up eventually with these players. So talk about the importance of being able to go out there and find new players to play with through random rec.
Yeah, you can definitely do it. I found some great players just by playing random rec. Last year back in 2K25, I met somebody that was a really good center. He would hit his shots consistently. He knew how to spread the floor. He just overall high IQ player. And after we played, I was like, dude, I got to pick you up. We got to play twos after this. And I actually picked him up and we streaked. I think we went on like a 20 or 30 game win streak.
I love that.
You can definitely find some really good players in random rec. Again, it's really just about patience and hopping on the mic, and you can find those people.
So we talked about what to do when you're going into random rec, but are there any tips on what not to do when you're going in the mode?
Good question.
That's very good question, and a lot of people need to hear this. Two tips right here, okay? Number one, the first thing you do not need to do is crowd the floor, okay? The main thing I see is shooting guards try to get involved like every single play by setting the screen. This is what I say to everybody that watches me, watch the live streams, the videos. You will get open if you sit still. A lot of people don't know that. If you spot up, people will pick up on you. If you're the point guard, if you dribble into the paint, someone's going to pick up. You're going to have an open man. Spreading the floor is key, and not enough people do that. And then I'll say another thing not to do is constantly just cut back door. A lot of people will, they'll be spotting up and then they'll go back door and it's not there. And everybody will cut back door at once. The floor is not spread. If I have a free lane to the rim, it's crowded. Everybody's man is in the paint. So the main thing people need to learn how to do is just kind of spread the floor, sit still, and be patient.
Cole, recently it was announced that you're going to be a part of the new look NBA 2K League. So talk a little bit about that and how excited are you?
Yeah, so the 2K League is completely rebranded. There's lots of athletes like NBA players, celebrities, and content creators, including myself. We're all going to be in there. It's going to be a lot of fun, lots of cool challenges, lots of tournaments, lots of live streams. Definitely be tuned in. I'm representing the Utah Jazz. We're definitely going to bring home the dub.
Like the sound of that.
Cole, we are excited to see you and what you do in the 2K League this year, and we're excited to follow along on your content as well. Thank you so much for joining us here on 2K TV.
Thank you guys for having me on. Appreciate it.
And listen to Cole's tips on Random Rec, and you can go get some easy dubs out there.
Let's go. Come on.
of you who love making builds will want to have Rebirth secured for your MyPlayer as soon as possible.
There are 4 tiers from Silver to Legend. When you reach 90 overall, your Silver tier begins, and your badges will be retained at the same level earned when you make new builds.
At each tier, you can make a new build beginning with the overall rating unlocked. This is majorly helpful for getting that new build into competition shape faster than ever.
Learn more in the Rebirth quest in your journal and enjoy the advantage of having an effective build at any position on the court.
We've got one more interactive question for you before we wrap up the show this week.
This is some easy VC, so make sure they listen up. You paying attention? All right, got your attention? What hashtag do you include when you want to submit your best play for a chance at top play of the week?
Is it hashtag 2KTVWow, hashtag 2KTVPlays, hashtag 2KTVDunks, or hashtag 2KTVSlam? If you answered hashtag 2KTVWow, enjoy the VC, get out there, make some amazing plays, and then share them over social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow and your gamer tag.
And we want to be wowed, so submit the best. Until then, enjoy the game.